Hi, this is Sue with the Schrock family of companies, and I'm here at the Mohican Country Market in Loudonville, Ohio, just south of town, where we are always offering our customers the best. We have the best deli, baked goods, we have made-to-order sandwiches, fresh salads, bulk foods, camping supplies, convenience items, and of course, a huge array of poly furniture for all of your outdoor living. Today I have with me Chris Bin, who is the owner of Our Father's Foods. And this is another exciting product that we offer here at the market. Chris, could you tell us a little bit about Our Father's Foods, how it began, and what is your mission?
Yes, Our Father's Foods began with a thought process with my grandfather, who had problems with, he was diagnosed with rheumatic fever. And so the doctors told him that he could not eat any processed foods, and the more that he ate, the shorter his life would be. So he put together a garden, a small farm, and tried to stay away from processed foods as long as he could. And after he was diagnosed with probably having about 6 months to live, when he was 20 years old, he died at 92 years of age. So health, staying away from synthetics was a big part of what he did, and it helped him a bunch.
So you're saying, Chris, that crushing the grain is healthier than actually grinding the grain, which is traditionally how we process our grains?
Yes, yes. When you crush, you still have a live food because we keep the germ cell alive in it. When you grind, you kill it. You open up the cell and it oxidizes. And with like wheat, for example, we've found that after 72 hours after you grind wheat, you have almost no nutrition left in it because it just evaporates. And that's with grinding. With crushing, we don't destroy the cell. When you don't destroy the cell, we've got now wheat that has been sitting on our shelf for 4 years, and we've just had a lab test done on it, and it has the same nutrition after 4 years as it did the first day that we had it tested. So it retains all of that because it does not oxidize, and we don't lose any of the nutrition that's inside the cell.
That's wonderful. So you were talking about wheat. What other products? I know there's more than just wheat. Behind me here we have some of the other products, and can you kind of go through that quickly, some of the other things that you offer?
Yes, we've got wheat. We've got 3 different particle sizes of wheat. But what will happen is, like with the wheat number 1s, that is a 1-to-1 replacement for flour. So you can replace any of your recipes that you've got now, and that'll work. But whenever we look at our grains, we try to increase health benefits. So then we start adding the wheat number 2s into it. Now you increase the dietary fiber, you increase your trace mineral in your dough. So now you can bake according to the nutrition that you're looking for. Our number 3s are more of a cereal, but people do put that into their breads as well, but it becomes pretty dense. But it depends on if you're eating for flavor or for nutrition. So you've got a lot of different options now that you can use with those. We've got some oats, our crushed oats right here. This is a hulless oat, but we crush it so that we make it more digestible for people, and it becomes a replacement for rolled oats or something like that to have for breakfast cereal. We've got right here some buckwheat. We crush buckwheat now, and that buckwheat, that just brings back memories of whenever Mom was making buckwheat pancakes at home, and it was very good, but the nutrition in buckwheat is really high. It's got a lot of trace minerals in it, got a lot of protein, and it's actually not a grain, it's a fruit, believe it or not.
Right?
But it works with our crusher. We have got corn over here, and we've got some corn 1s, that's more of a corn flour. Our corn 2 is more of a corn meal, and it can be used for fritters or whatever you would use regular corn for to begin with, but it's pretty much a 1-to-1 replacement once again for corn flour or corn meal. And then we've got some coffee. Now with our coffee, the thing that's really I guess beneficial with our coffee is that people are finding out that because it doesn't have the synthetics, the preservatives that are put into it, we're finding out that people who are responding to coffee getting stomach problems or acid reflux or headaches, I even know a gentleman that used to get the shakes really bad and his joints would lock up. And with this coffee, we're finding out that it's not the caffeine that's doing it, which is what we've been led to believe, but it's the synthetic preservatives that are being put into the coffee. And coffee is one of the most highly preserved grains that we've got up here traditionally. But with ours, we use zero preservatives, zero synthetics in it, and it's just a true coffee bean. And you still got the caffeine, which will keep you awake, but you don't have a lot of the other side effects that accompany ground coffee that you get out of the store.
Well, what about people who have a gluten intolerance? Can they eat Our Father's Foods?
Yes. The gluten issue that is plaguing our country right now is a lot like the caffeine in the coffee. It's there, God put it there. It is a God-created product, and people for thousands of years have been eating it and not having a problem with it. In the last 35 years or so, it's been a problem, it's been an issue. But that problem arose shortly after the enrichment started to get added into our flours during and right after World War II. So the enrichments are synthetic, they're man-made, and our bodies don't respond to synthetics very well. And that is a pretty well-known fact. You get into the health industry, you'll find out that synthetics cause inflammation in the body. And when you have inflammation, you have the start of any number of diseases. Well, with our wheat products that we've got here, our wheat number ones especially, we have found that without putting any preservatives in it, any enrichment in it, that it becomes a synthetic-free product. And now we have got thousands of people who have gluten intolerance or issues with gluten that are eating our wheat and not having those responses, not having those issues. And it comes back to, once again, whenever we don't destroy that cell, it doesn't oxidize, so we don't need to lengthen the shelf life. And we also are not adding enrichment on the backside to get the nutrition back into it. So it's got all the nutrition that God put into that cell, which is inside of the wheat, and it retains that nutrition. So now the enzymes, the bacteria, the germ, all that is essential for our gut health. Now we get the live version, the God-created version, and now we enter that into our gut, and that improves our gut health. We can digest foods a whole lot better, a whole lot easier, and we can absorb a lot more of that nutrition that we put into our gut. If our digestive system is dirty, we can put all the good food in that we want to. Our body does not have the capability to absorb the nutrition. So we also give up that dietary fiber. We've got to make sure that we get that dietary fiber in. And the dietary fiber that we've got in our products is head and shoulders better than what you're going to find, because it's not a refined dietary fiber. It is a natural, whole dietary fiber.
Also, tell me, how does the average customer take these products, and how will they know how to use them in the most effective way? Do you have some guidance there that you can?
Yeah, what I would recommend, we've got a couple of different cookbooks. This one right here has got the sourdough version of most of her recipes, and this is an Amish version. So we've got two different I guess, ideologies on how to bake and how to use our products, but they use all of our products in these books.
Our Father's Foods, they're available at the Mohican Country Market just south of Loudonville, as we always strive to offer our customers the best. Chris, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today and enlightening us about Our Father's Foods and healthier alternatives.
Well, thank you, Sue. We're going to continue that path.